All right, let's see if my voice comes through. I can't hear myself. Okay, it's working. Okay, I think we're good. Let's see. Mute that. All right. Every day in the bottom. So a lot of crazy stuff still happening out there. I gotta turn the volume down on this. Get my ground control up. Pop out my Rumble chat. How do I know if I get notifications other than that? Can I get notifications to pop up? Figured I'd stream a little bit before we'd start eating. Maybe eat and chat in between games, just looking at some crap. Twitter is crazy. I probably should turn on audio for it. So, I'm just popping tires. Oh yeah, I guess I should post on. I'm glad you asked. Filled with empty words. Reading has not been my strong suit today. The words just keep jumping off the pages at me, so there's that, there's that. There's that. Okay. I wonder if there's like an all in all. All right. Anyway, flying the Mexican flag at construction sites all across the United States. It's like a takeover.
Waving the Mexican flag and you're waving it with pride. You're waving it in the United States, the country you're trying to stay in, the country you don't want to leave. But yet you're waving the Mexican flag with pride. Okay. That seems normal to you? That seems logical? That's not stupid at all? None of that's stupid. All right. You guys are an embarrassment to the Mexican culture and to the United States culture. You guys are an embarrassment to everybody around you, and you should be ashamed of yourself. Do better. So let me get this straight, just so I could clarify it.
ICE hotline. Where are the white boys at? I mean, y'all but kicked black men out of construction. Y'all invited these people in. Where's the big tough American white boy at? Y'all letting them rep like this on your sites. Funny. I don't want to know.
I feel sick to my stomach.
What is with his lips?
I feel sick to my stomach. I feel disgusted. I feel sick. I feel sick to my...
His lips are weird. No.
Or do I have to throw these rocks to get put on it? Because my 35th birthday is coming up, and it would be wonderful to get put on that list. It's been a goal of mine.
Goal of his, huh?
And knowing that I can throw rubber projectiles with this doohickey right here about 100 miles an hour, imagine what I could do with a rock. You ever been domed with a rubber ball? Just a solid rubber ball? Oh, it'll knock you clean out. A rock? It'll shatter your fucking skull. The indigenous peoples called this game Bagataway, among many other names. One of them was Little Brother of War. Can you guess what I want to do?
That's stupid.
Fuck you, Ice.
This is why we have issues.
Fuck you,
No respect. What's Benny Johnson got to say? Representative Maxine Walters says she was on the streets of LA during the riots and just trust her.
What we are advocating, peaceful protest, did not create any violence. Nobody was shot. Nobody was killed. Get it in your head. And so,
being shot and killed is violence, apparently.
Called, what are you going to say? I missed the point. Don't miss the point, you all. Don't think that somehow, because they called out the National Guard, there was violence. There was no violence. I was on the street. I know. And I went from downtown detention back out into the community, talking
She's
to
got
people.
liberal blindness. That's what it is.
What happened in Compton, what happened in Inglewood. So, first of all, get it straight. And don't just rely on what you're being told or the few incidents that you saw. Protest and
Just a regular morning in New York City. Oh, these are Marines. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Smash some teeth out with that one. Oh, are they making a new Hitman?
Put the truck down. Put the truck down. Put the fucking truck down. Put the fuck down. Get that fucking truck down. I'm warning you, motherfucker. Get the fuck away from this truck. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck him. Nobody's taking this truck from me.
Oh, geesh.
You can tell me your name.
No.
All right, what's your name, sir?
Johnny.
Johnny. All right. All right, Johnny, where you coming from?
Just walking around.
Just walking around?
Yeah.
All right, enjoying this weather?
Yeah.
Gotcha, gotcha. Well, we're checking up on you, man, you know?
Just walk around. What is the heck is this deal?
Found it a little bit suspicious, you know? So,
What?
just walking around.
Walking around is a
Yes.
little bit suspicious.
I mean, technically not really, but I mean, it is pretty early in the morning. Just wondering what was going
That's
on.
what we do. We get up early in the morning.
got
just
your
walk
ID
around.
on?
What do I need an ID for?
Because I just asked you for it.
I don't need to show my ID.
Okay, if you don't give me your ID, I'm going to take you to jail for failure to identify because I've identified that you've been walking around down here at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, we do that.
No, you're not. Give me your ID.
I don't have my ID on me because it's at the house.
Okay, what's your name and date of birth?
Ay, ay, ay. This dude got pelted.
I had small, like, less than 100-pound girls on either side of me, little kids.
Not the best
So they went to
grouping,
the
but
ground, I
not
went to the
bad.
ground. I got mad that he pushed children to the ground. I jumped up and yelled in his face. And then the cop behind, he didn't even do anything. The guy that pushed me that time, the guy behind him just immediately started shooting. That's when the cops were like pressing? Yeah, they were pressing this way.
Were they from yesterday?
They're from right now, like 20 minutes ago. We're still backing up. We didn't make any contact with them. He shot me.
And the mass deportation. And so solidarity with LA. Nobody's illegal. All power to the people. People are illegal. Stupid people. Very stupid.
De tomar protesta por primera vez como presidente, asumir el cargo. Y yo dije, si hacemos el muro, sí lo pagamos, pero lo hacemos con el mapa de México en 1830. Este es lo que era Estados Unidos en
Texas ain't definitely going with you.
Era parte de México, no era todo México. Si ustedes pueden ver, quizás un tercio, mínimo una cuarta parte del territorio norteamericano era parte de México hasta 1846. Fuimos despojados de estos territorios.
Yeah. You were conquered. Oh, Greta. Changes once attempt and that's right. She looks like a child, but she's 22 from what I understand. Oh yeah, apparently Northern Ireland is burning down too. Yeah, people are getting tired of it being pushed into their faces, and you need to do this. A lot of people don't like being told what they need to do. But anyway, I should say a prayer before I get into this junk. Lord, I just please ask you that you give us peace in this world and guidance to all those that are lost and comfort to those that need it and strength for those that don't know how to carry on anymore, Lord. And just ask that you forgive us all because we don't know what we're actually doing. We think we know best when we really don't, Lord. Just open our minds, give us wisdom for your word and wisdom to glorify you. In Jesus' name, amen. Polish Parliament. Tanks have arrived in DC. It's a cool tank. They didn't get the choice not to see. Oh man. Look at the little boy.
Relax. No, look. His sister. His sister. My sister died.
I heard something outside.
Self-proclaimed savior of the Gaza children. He really touched my heart. Who authorized you to speak on behalf of the Arab children of Gaza? Who authorized you?
You just did.
You never been there. You don't care.
So am I
And
Palestinian or
now
am I
you
not?
think you hold the higher moral ground. You don't.
do.
You're not the savior. You always need a victim in order to pose as the savior. You're not the savior. First, learn how to control yourself. Learn how to control your tongue buds before you try to control the world. It's a big situation in Gaza. All of us are heartbroken for the death of the children of Gaza. All of us. That includes Israel. Israel considers what's happening in Gaza a tragedy. It's a tragedy made up by the terrorists that you sympathize with, that you want to validate and legitimize. Then we will have to deal with the chaos that you create, your emotional being, going all over the place. Who authorized you to speak on the behalf of the Gaza? Nobody did.
You did.
You self-proclaimed, just like Mahmoud Abbas, just like Yasser Arafat, just like all the Palestinians who have been feeding on the pain of the Palestinian children. You are a parasite, a bottom feeder. This is what you are. So before you speak against the prime minister of a democracy and accuse him of being a terrorist, you need to look at yourself in the mirror. You have been supporting Hamas and it's recorded against you for eternity. So don't play the game now that your fight is for the children in Gaza. This is not your fight. You know who's fighting for the children of Gaza? The IDF. That is killing Hamas. That is uprooting Hamas so the children of Gaza can have their freedom after 36 years of slavery. Those are the ones who qualify to speak on the topic, not you sitting in your comfort. And you want to have an opinion about it.
All right,
this
let
is
me
the
also check.
problem that we have dealing with scumbags like this.
All right, let me.
Get him.
What?
I like Masab. Let's see what he has to say.
They are absolutely terrified. And that's, look, I remember a few stand-ups ago when I talked about what terrorism looks like. This is it. There should be no question to what our country would look like had the Confederacy won. We're seeing it on full display. And
no, you're not, because you would be persecuted. You would not be in the position that you're in if the South had won. Let's get that right. That's where he'd be, in the fields. All right, Mr. Newsom.
Short notice. Want to make it clear that everything you've heard and read is true. And I am deeply sorry about that. I've hurt someone I care deeply about, Alex Turk, and his friends and family. And that is something that I have to live with and something that I am deeply sorry
Campaign manager's wife. Oh, wow. You're a scumbag. Yeah, Mexicans were living there. That is correct. Illegal. They were legal, though, because they were annexed, I guess. Oh, Pelosi, get back in your coffin.
You for what they had planned for the weekend. They had Congressman Gomez for putting this letter together and bringing us together this morning. I listened in traffic. Mind you, for what they had planned for the weekend, they had blocked off a whole lane of traffic. So it took what takes 8 minutes took a half an hour to get here. Happy birthday to you too. But in any event, the thank you, and I could hear by my staff's phone what others have said, and I associate myself with their remarks. Here's the thing. The president has said he can't send in the guard without the governor's permission. The president has said, I don't know if I have to obey the Constitution. I hope the president would read Article 10 of the Constitution, and I urge all of you to do that as well, because Section 12046 of Article 10 says that the
Sorry, guys, I
National
have
Guard
spasms
cannot
really
be called
bad.
up by the president without the consent of the governor.
It
So
can, though,
that
to
is the
protect federal
basis under
buildings,
which
especially when they're
he's
being
proceeding.
graffitied and having
That
rocks
is the
thrown at them,
basis on
and
which
people are
the
destroying the
president-
area around them.
Excuse me,
So,
the governor of California is suing. Really, I think it's really important for people to know
I'm pretty sure the
how this
DOJ knows
came
a
to
little
be.
bit better than Nancy Pelosi. She's a little corrupt in my mind.
Get on here and finally compose myself to do a message because of everything that's happening with the mass deportations. Every time I try to record a message, I just start crying, and then I don't want it to be about me and my emotions about it, but it's just so...
People get so emotional. Man cries as his illegal wife is rounded up by ICE. Let's be honest, if he loved her, he would have made sure that she was legal. And he wasn't married to her. They're probably both illegal.
¿Quisieras decir algo?
That one I don't get. This one doesn't make sense. Let's see what the comments say. Yeah. Thanks, Croc. They went through the process. If you're waving a Mexican flag, maybe your home should be Mexico, not here. Simply come legally and learn English. That's all there is to it. And, you know, swear an oath. That's what you do. That's what we did all through high school and elementary school. Yeah, sadly. Yeah, they all knew it was coming. They did nothing.
That's where my roots are. That's where I started my career. It is almost 50% Hispanic. Remember that California was part of Mexico. All of the Southwest is Mexico. So the roots are really deep in that region. And what they're saying is, no, not in our community. Because when they're coming
Man, I don't like this lady. She's annoying as heck.
Go.
Yes.
Everything was peaceful in the city of Los Angeles and in all of the representatives behind me in their cities as well. Things began to be difficult on Friday when raids took place, and it's important that I begin there because that is the cause of the problems that have happened in the city of Los Angeles and other cities. This was a
David Wood. He wears ankle socks, but I'll find it in my heart to forgive him. Oh, people are hilarious. Well, let's see what's happening on YouTube. And then we'll play some games. As long as my spasms calm down here. What?
Begin with Max Gordon. He's live on the ground in LA for us at this hour. Max, how are things looking there?
Hey there, Sandra. Well, relative calm here at the Federal Complex in downtown LA. This has really been the epicenter of the protests. But as you can see around me, not very many protesters, really more media than protesters at this moment. Just some National Guard soldiers standing guard at this moment. Also no sight of the 700 Marines that have been deployed from 29 Palms. Those Marines are still down in Seal Beach, just south of the LA area. They're conducting training. And when they are going to be getting to the Los Angeles area into downtown LA, they will not have any live ammunition, and they will not be conducting law enforcement activities. They'll just be protecting buildings like this one, federal buildings, as well as protecting federal employees as well. But as you can see all around us, this is the scene at this hour. Now, a curfew has also been put into place for downtown LA from 8 p.m. until 6 a.m. for the next several days. Mayor Karen Bass said it was in response to 23 businesses being looted Monday night. 17 people were arrested last night for curfew violations. While protesters again blocked freeway traffic and clashed with law enforcement yesterday, demonstrations have been growing smaller.
I just don't get the blocking traffic thing. Like, number one, it's dangerous for them. And number two, it's inconveniencing everybody that's probably on your side already. Remember, like, everybody in California is for the most part liberal, especially in those cities. It doesn't make sense. You're hurting your own community and your own people. Why riot this way? It doesn't make a difference to the ICE agents or like the Coast Guard, or not Coast Guard, but reserves, National Guard.
Meanwhile, law enforcement has been cracking down. On Tuesday, LAPD arrested more than 200 people during the protest, with 3 people arrested with guns. One person arrested for assault with a deadly weapon on a police officer, and another arrested for pointing a laser at an LAPD helicopter. President Trump saying in a recent phone call he chastised California Governor Gavin Newsom for his handling of the protests.
Yep.
I mean, I've always had a good relationship with him. He just doesn't do a very good job. He should have never been allowed to start. And if we didn't get involved, Los Angeles would be burning down right now, just like the houses burned down.
Since Friday, ICE has arrested hundreds of suspected undocumented immigrants in raids across Southern California. The agency has highlighted the arrests of criminals, pointing out suspected gang members, child sex abusers, and murderers who have been targeted in these raids. But in an address to the state on Tuesday night, Governor Gavin Newsom said that the Trump administration is pushing mass deportation, indiscriminately targeting immigrants.
I know many of you are feeling deep anxiety, stress, and fear. But I want you to know that you are the antidote to that fear and that anxiety. What Donald Trump wants most is your fealty, your silence to be complicit in this moment. Do not give in to him.
Meanwhile, ICE raids continue here in Southern California, with reports of agricultural communities now being targeted.
California
Back to you.
All right, Max Gordon live there in LA for us. We'll check back in with you again soon. John?
All right, Sandra, let's bring in Ken Cuccinelli, former DHS acting deputy secretary and former Virginia attorney general. So the FBI is going to investigate these protest groups, find out who is organizing this, and more importantly, who's funding it, particularly since there's all these attacks against law enforcement. Here's what Donald Trump said about it. Listen here.
These people are agitators. They're troublemakers. I believe many of them are paid. These are insurrectionists. They're agitators or troublemakers. At a minimum, they're troublemakers.
So what do we know about who might be funding these protests? Because there does seem to be a certain sense of organization.
Yeah, there does. And I mean, a pallet truck doesn't show up with a load of stones and weapons or shields and helmets without somebody paying for all that. This happened in 2020, in the riots in 2020, and the Trump 1.0 DOJ didn't do anything about it. So once again, you're seeing a much more aggressive President Trump here in the second administration. I can tell you, as someone who was the acting deputy secretary, I would have loved to have had the kind of support that you've already heard on your show here from Pam Bondi, from Pete Hegseth. We did not have that in the first Trump administration. This is a whole new world for them to even be doing the investigations. And as you said, John, you follow the money. You're gonna find where these nexus lie.
Well, in the 4 years that he had off of the presidency, Donald Trump, I think, learned a whole lot about who he wants to have around him. You mentioned pallets of bricks or whatever showing up, or face shields or whatever. We have this picture. Here's a pickup truck, and they're handing out boxes of face shields here. Now, there's a couple of things to this. First of all, who bought the face shields?
Right.
Who owns the truck? And why do peaceful demonstrators need face shields?
Right. And of course, there are no good answers from an evil good standpoint to any of those questions. You don't need face shield for peaceful protests, which we just again heard just minutes ago the White House press secretary insist is a priority of this administration, of protecting peaceful protesters. So peaceful protesters don't need masks, they don't need shields, they need them for combat. And the people paying for this are attempting to instigate and be catalysts for the combat. We've also seen that the number of buses coming into LA from out of town is very high. This has been noted locally. This isn't just a federal observation. And the circumstantial evidence strongly suggests, just as it did in 2020, substantial coordinated funding to be catalysts for violence in America's cities. And Donald Trump, as you noted in between his first term and second, has said there's no way this is going to happen again. We never got the National Guard when we had cities in flames in 2020. He waited but a day or two from the start of violence, and let's be clear, Gavin Newsom is muddying this up. Violence occurred before the National Guard was called, and the president brought the National Guard in, and he's prepared to use the Marines to back up the National Guard as well. Those are levels of support we never had in the first Trump administration, and I think these investigations are going to be very, very fruitful in bringing down the violence across America.
The president has said it a number of times in the past few days. Look at what Tim Walz let happen to Minneapolis in the so-called Summer of Love in 2020, and then he's not going to tolerate that. Arrests have been made as well, and the point has been made, who are the Democrats defending here? Listen to what Bill O'Saley, the U.S. Attorney in California, said about an arrest.
The escalation of violence by these rioters poses a serious threat to our agents and the safety of the public. We expect more charges to be filed in the coming days and weeks. If you took part in these riots and were looking to cause trouble, we will come looking for you.
So he's announced a couple of arrests for throwing Molotov cocktails. One of them was a Mexican who was in this country illegally, had previously been deported. So he's got a criminal background as well. And these are the people who the Democrats are defending against these ICE investigations and these ICE deportation operations.
You know, this is in terms of political poster boys, this is on the level of Abrego Garcia, you know, who's a human trafficker, a wife beater, and the Democrats are visiting other countries to bring him back.
Having margaritas.
That's right, having umbrella drinks. And now here we have criminals You know, you don't loot in support of an anti-ICE peaceful protest.
Happens.
Of course, it always happens. And so here you have, thankfully, again, a difference, a very aggressive U.S. attorney. We didn't have that in Portland, Oregon, for example. We had 340 officer injuries in the summer of love. and very few prosecutions. We now have very aggressive prosecution going on, and the Democrats are latching their wagon to folks who, when these investigations are done, they're going to look just as bad as the Abrego Garcia situation.
It does seem rather strange that some people think that the best way to protest Trump immigration policies is to steal a new flat screen TV and a pair of sneakers.
Well, or burn an American flag and wave Mexico's.
Or burn a car.
Well, Olympic gold medalist Simone Biles has apologized to Riley Gaines over X. Simone Biles recently attacked Riley Gaines, who was calling out a female high school team with a biological male pitcher. Now, Biles called Gaines, quote, truly sick and a, quote, sore loser. Biles then called on Gaines to, quote, uplift the trans community and also took her insults a step further by body shaming Riley Gaines, saying, quote, bully someone your own size, which would ironically be a male. But now, Simone Biles says she's sorry.
You're back. Yay.
Saying in part, quote, I've always believed competitive equity and inclusivity are both essential in sport.
Ooh,
the current system doesn't
love
adequately
jelly beans.
balance these important principles, which often leads to frustration and heated exchanges. And it didn't help for me to get personal with Riley, which I apologize for. I was not advocating for policies that compromise fairness in women's sports. I believe sports organizations have a responsibility to come up with rules supporting inclusion while maintaining fair
You want to watch something on my
competition.
phone? Okay.
Riley, you generously and graciously accepted her apology.
Wow.
Tell us more.
Yeah, well, look, the things that she said about me personally, they didn't hurt my feelings, to be honest with you. Number one, I'm very secure with myself. Number two, I know I'm on the right side of history. So she can say whatever she wants about me personally. Where I took issue with the original tweets that she put out, those two tweets, was what the message she was sending to the next generation, to younger girls, girls who have dreams to succeed and to compete and to achieve, just like I'm sure Simone Biles had at one point in her life, which she got to fulfill. That's the problem I have with that. But nonetheless, I accept her apology. I see this, truthfully, as a really big win. You have this really famous public figure who is now issuing a groveling public apology and backtracks after, again, tweeting pro-trans propaganda, if you will. This scenario would have been unthinkable a year, certainly 2 years ago. Whether it's sincere or not, I think that's a different question. But nonetheless, she learned we are not living in 2020 anymore. Here's what I want to say about this, though. Now, I saw the response this weekend after she initially tweeted those things, and now I'm seeing the response that she's getting after her apology. And of course, what she has done here is alienated everyone, which is what happens when you sit on the fence. Of course, in her apology, she's saying, look, no, I'm not advocating for men and women's sports. I want to just read some of these posts that I saw over on Blue Sky, which is, of course, like the alternative that liberals created for X when Elon Musk bought it. Here we have someone saying, the thing is, I was content to let her original call for segregation of trans athletes slide. I was annoyed but bit my tongue, but now this is showing intentionality. She's had time to think about what she said, and she has settled on better apologize to the fascists. Here someone says Simone Biles is an anti-trans expletive piece of expletive. What's shameful is Biles is apologizing to the fascist monster, that fascist monster, of course, being me. After correctly and righteously attacking the fascist monster, there should be no apologies for fighting bigotry other than the bigot begging for mercy and us not listening. No pity for hateful bigots, no mercy for traitors. Yeah, I hate that she has had to learn this way. That is the type of hatred that I've endured for 3 years. I hate that Simone Biles now has to be a recipient of it. But again, that's to be expected when she took the stance that she did, and in the manner with such venom that she did.
Riley, I was struck by and so impressed by the thoughtfulness and the graciousness and the call to action of your response to her apology. Would you share a few of the points that you made there?
Absolutely. Well, I concluded my apology by welcoming her to join the fight. Because again, she says in there, I believe it's up to the sports organizations to do something about this. Of course, I want to maintain fairness. I would love to have her stand alongside me, whether or not that's at things like Donald Trump's executive order signing, where he signed this. I've, of course, signed my name to a lawsuit against the NCAA for their discriminatory, regressive policies. I would love for Simone Biles to be a part in this fight. A couple things I mentioned in my response to her apology. One of those things being she advocated for competitive equity. Let me be very clear here. Sports inherently, by their true nature, are inclusive. Anyone can play, and everyone should play, in my opinion. But competition, on the other hand, and by definition, by the nature of the word, it is exclusive. That's what competition means. Of course, there is a winner in a competition. Therefore, it has to be exclusive. So the idea of competitive equity is totally nonsensical, and it's an oxymoron. So I was able to point out some of those things to her, which, again, I don't know if we'll see a response to. I think she did her piece, and maybe now she will go back into hiding until her Netflix docuseries is out.
A lot of us were speaking about...
Oh, that's the good one. I'll take that one. Thanks, Bob. Last one. Oh, you eat it. Okay, I eat it. You need the pillow? How many? Really? He's been feeding them like crazy to me. Here, you want it back here? Huh. I am. I don't know why I'm here. You taking your shoes off? Can you help? Oh, thank you. Oh, I didn't like that jelly bean. Okay, baby. Feel better. Yeah. You're just pushing down on everything. They're in another ambush. A lot of damage. Get to run better.
Super Pocoyo. Well, that's right. Could also say super. Now hang on, guys, don't fight. Remember, we are a super team. Stop. Thank goodness. Ellie, do help us knock some sense into these two. Huh? Super pink elephant?
Super pink elephant?
No. No. Help us out. Guys, Red Fury is right. Just stop. Fantastic. There is the super aircraft. Red Fury is opening the gates. Oh no, that wasn't the way out. There they go. Guys, to stop fighting. Remember, we need to
First,
work
before
as
we
a
do
team.
this, getting done.
By the way, so yeah.
My stomach just growled. You hear that, Eli? Your stomach growled too? What are you hungry for? Yeah, growly stomach, son. Where do these guys come from? Got a shatter. Yeah, well, shatter don't have. Always buy these runes. Rune of Shattering, always. Thought I wasn't in windowed mode anymore. Good reveal. Okay. How you doing? Oh, jeez. A waste of money. What? Nope. No, it's just so he can afford to pay it. He's literally car broke. Yeah, that's probably like $300 a month. Yeah. Could you dump out my cup? I'm sorry. You just sat down. Actually, it should be okay. It was from last night. He's putting a strain on you right now, though. He's a baby. Yeah, it's diagonal. Yeah, he's like the size of your belly. She's pregnant, okay? It's not weird. If it was, you don't know the half of it. That's true too. Mm-hmm. Way too low.
No, I want to bed.
There we go. Okay. Oh, your pillow fell. That's the truth, it's not. Yeah, no problem. Relax your toesies. But nervous at the same time. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. I don't think plastic's supposed to stay on it. Read the instructions. Make sure it's the instructions for the stove, not the microwave as well. 'Cause it might, you might be right, but I'm not sure. I don't normally cook it in the oven. Okay, that was the baking sheet then popping probably. Yeah. No, you're good. You're cold, you need a blanket? You're hot? Your butt's hot? Hmm? Miles's? She does really hate my house. There's no doubt about that. Oh, you kicked your blanket off. Here, do you want me to switch my pillow around so we're not hurting your butt? Or are you okay? Kicking me in the face. Yeah. Yeah, at least we got new glasses that are updated prescription. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not cheap. Not cheap for glasses at all. Watch her show. Relax. That's actually good for a build, I think. I just don't know what build. Hey, you, pass me the hammer. I'm gonna change battery in my headset. Sorry, Eli.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, Bowie's dying.
Let's try this again.
Watch your feet. There we go. Light on this. Light on this. And then we got some tea. Some tea for sales. Okay. How you doing, baby? Gonna kill him. Okay. Yeah, it was popular back then. Just making sure there's nothing down here. I think it would show up on the map though, if I'm not mistaken. Ow. There's people. Good. Oh, plus 3. 3 LP. Ah, I found my straw. I think it's a little dog hairy. Yeah, don't worry. I've been good drinking like that, but yeah, it's nice having a straw. Yeah. It's like they need drilled because they don't let enough air into. Mm-hmm. So true. What are you doing? You dancing? You turning into Hulk? He's turning into Hulk. Didn't know we had a Hulk baby. Mm-hmm.
Bag. You'll find them in the bag. There's a little bag.
I found it.
Good job. Yeah, it gave some. She's excited. Brother's home. Steve's home. Go say hi to him. Go get him. Go get him. Go get your brother. Go get him. Go say hi. Say hi, brother. Hi. Diva wants you to say hi back. Yeah, how was the gym? Salisbury steak. It's like hamburger, but with gravy. It's good. The Jack. Hello. I don't want these green ones. What's the Jack up to? Really? Has that been happening like all day, or did it just start? Oh, sheesh. I hope everything works out. Firefighters are working on it, aren't they? They know how to section it off and everything, make sure it's not going to travel. Yeah. Oh, sheesh. Yeah, I could with the wind. Yeah, they got water at least. Yeah. Most of Caleb's family lives over that way, don't they? Yeah, that's where you guys do all your shopping instead of running into... Have it reopen back up. I'm making my way to Uber Aberoth. I'm trying to do prophecies so I can get better idols. Yeah. But my FPS keeps dropping in this. It might not be bad inside the cemetery. Yeah, I'm just farming for gear now, trying to get double and triple exalted. What about the Poconos? Okie noise. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Stop it, legs. Legs keep spasming. And my back. I hate my lower back spasms more than my leg spasms, but those hurt just as much, but my lower back spasms make my whole body jolt. Get the cat and the doggies. Load them all up. Is that why you're home early, or you just finished everything up? Instead of dealing with... So is that why you're home a little earlier? Oh, I get that. I get that feeling completely. Well, you always have a contracting job open, don't you? But yeah, now you have a house payment and everything else. Get the insurance money. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Some ember flew over the house and just got everything. Nothing around it did. Wow, everything around it would then. Oh gosh, this guy's gonna hurt. Gosh, don't tell me. Ring. Yeah, be careful. Yeah, Eli's worn out. He was landing on me. I said Eli's worn out. He was laying on me earlier. Oh, well, they went to the pool today and then had to run to get my medicine and some stuff. So, but he didn't nap at all today, so. Liz cheering. Nope. What are you watching? Why are you watching the new Snow White? I heard it was junk. Gabe wanted to watch it, I guess. Yeah, it was very culture pushing. DEI. Diversity, equity, inclusion. Yeah, but she's like Mexican playing Snow White. It was supposed to be a white girl. And its name's Snow White. Her skin is as white as snow. No, it's serious. And she's ugly on top of it all. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the girl that plays her just is ugly personality and ugly facial wise. Getting yelled at by Gabe. Dad. I'll do another beacon. Really? Making me backtrack? The game's making me backtrack. I started going one way and the objective spawned in another direction, the opposite direction. Okay. She turned the farmers into soldiers, while only she turned our farmers into soldiers. Keep holding down right click. I feel culturally appropriated with this show. I don't know, but she's ugly. Mm-hmm. Got fat head. Yeah, her face just doesn't look good. Ooh, Conquer Tower, nice. I want to do that.
The rest of the princess. You know, I'm sure it should be. Right? You finish your food. Come on.
Rubber banding, I guess.
Confuses. Small, sweet.
So right.
One day you'll understand how useless those words are. In the meantime, here's a tip for you. One is weak, useless, fragile. Calm, you, everlasting, long. The gun, gathering, feeling. Cleanse. Anything this? Fill the casket with its promise. You know who's father. He stole. Remove his coat and boots and bind him to the gates to food. Take him away. Oh, Paris, please, Your Majesty. No, right. Here. Look at yourself.
Oh no, watch my belly. Remember, Jesus.
H. Winters. Stone Lance. Stone Lance. Gotta do that. Oh, 6 more times I can do this. Okay. Last row one more time for the quivers. Nothing good from the boss. Already have that, already have that, already have that. And that is worse than the one I have. You okay? Just my straw. I gotta go to the bathroom. Actually, I'm going out there. I can wash it myself. What am I thinking about? Geez, you guys really like these Pringles. No, I didn't open a new can. I just taped the paper on top of it. But they don't last long enough for us to use that as an excuse to keep it fresh. I don't know. You'd have to be next to me. All right. Take my nighttime pills. One of these. All right. I haven't done a Vessel of Chaos yet, so let's do that. We got one shot. Pizza rolls. Yeah, mashed potatoes. You can do this.
Faster now. What was that? Oh, now. What? Do you want to play tomorrow? Oh, secret bag. I'm super lost. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Are you okay?
Well, I want to go this way. Hey. Try to get one more boss fight done. Oh, I don't know, kiddo. I didn't realize it was coming up. Oh, I don't care, kiddo. Just spending time with you guys is enough. Depends on how mama starts feeling, buddy. I mean, you can try to, just don't over push it. Yeah. That's kind of what I was thinking. I know they both love it. I mean, you can. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'd have to look. Or on one of our phones. I mean, that'd be fun to bring back. Pokemon Go. Yeah, but you need an internet connection to do that, kiddo, so I don't... Your tablet would have to connect to mine or mom's phone, or you could just use mom's phone or my phone. Nothing. Oh, that for nothing. What is it? The Prism body armor. Yay. Gabe, can you get mom that box that's in the middle of the floor there? The Salisbury steak box. Thank you. Pizza Pringles are the best. Oh no, I see a big Hulk.
Better call Mama and make sure to
What? Oh, thank you. Time to eat. You like it? What, Bobby? We need the cover on the back. Where'd the cover go? I don't know if this will work. Hmm? Uh-oh. Eli. It's pretty cool. Come up here. I did not find the cover, but I have the batteries in it. Okay. The cover's not on it though. We need to find that cover eventually. But you can play with it. Gotta play with it. Make sure the batteries don't fall out. Okay. I don't have the color. Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah, kind of. If you get me like 2 more Salisbury steak and another like lop of mashed potatoes. Mm-hmm. And another scoop of mashed potatoes. Thanks, love. Oh yeah, Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. Got little batteries in it.
Minutes. The critical editor notes here that there's a footnote here on this commentary, and the footnote says that At-Tabari brought it with a weak chain of narration. So this is actually, first of all, it's Ibn Kathir's paraphrase of what At-Tabari said, but this is actually a weak hadith anyway.
No, that's deep.
And some of the reasons why they say that it's weak is because they say that he was like a scammer or something, because he would rarely tell you like the source for his hadith. He would just kind of like make things up and not tell you where he got it from. So and plus, you know, he had like some moral issues as we saw before. So yeah, so that's
that part is daif.
Yeah,
the guy is hinging on.
Yes.
No, I'm good. You eat.
So the one definition that he decided to hinge on is actually the one that they're saying is weak. It's weak, and it's not even an accurate quote of what At-Tabari says. It's just a paraphrase from Ibn Kathir.
Right here.
And so, guys, putting all of that together, you have the Quran, which is one of our favorite verses. 548 is one of our favorite verses in one of our favorite passages to show the Islamic dilemma. The Quran is claiming that it's the guardian or protector of the previous scriptures. It's obvious what it means in context. He wants to insert the meaning that the Quran is the supreme authority over. Makes no sense. And if you want to say that supreme authority, guess what? Some interpret that verse to mean that Muhammad is the Muhaymin, and therefore Muhammad would be the supreme authority over Allah's speech, in which case, wow, you guys are drowning in shirk, drowning in a big puddle of shirk. And what does he do to get a meaning that he wants? He goes to Ibn Kathir, incorrectly paraphrasing a passage from Ibn Jurayj, and